Hola, mi chamo DeanKind, and gracias for joining me for another Quickie. So I've just played Rage 2 and I'm going to be brutally honest here, it's not good. This is not going to be a happy review, so if you're already in a bad mood and thought, oh, I'll watch Flickering Pixelz review of Rage 2 to cheer me up, then this is the wrong episode, my friend. And also, why are you coming to us for happiness? Anyway. So a little warning, this is more of a rant rather than a review, and I have a lot to say about this. So, without further ado, Rage 2 is shite. It's honestly just shite. And I'll rattle off why, and I'm also not going to sugarcoat it. So if you're fanboys of Doom or id, then prepare for a very nasty wake-up call. I'm going to start off with the positives, however, so it doesn't come across as I'm just an angry guy online for them clicks, yo. So first off, it plays great. Everything runs smoothly, guns feel great and heavy, reloading is tight and smooth, graphics are lovely, the blood effects are amazingly juicy, and the fire effects are equally gorgeous to look at. The music is banging as all hell. With all the issues this game has, the music is not one of them. So, Rage 2 is basically Doom, but with RPG elements like Far Cry. So, must be awesome, right? Wrong. It's boring as all hell. I've genuinely never played a AAA open world game where it's so fucking boring. I've even played Rage 1 and didn't feel it was as boring as this, and that was its main criticism. There's only 7 main story missions, and they can be beasted in 20 minutes a pop. So say 2.5 hours of story mode mission, and it's over. The game lengthens its incredibly shallow story elements with such riveting side quests such as killing everything to redeem an outpost, killing a big monster, kill a watchtower, kill a horde of monsters, and clear a roadblock. By killing everything, and then twisting a wheel. That's it. There's some bounties, but that consists of killing everything. You also need to find arcs for special abilities and other weapons and stuff. Kill spy drones, etc. But it's all so bleh. The main story missions are from John Marshall, Dr. Kvassar and Lusum Hagar. Once you've done their 2 missions each, you go into the final mission for an incredibly dull ending. It's not even worth it. And I noticed they're using the same premise that was in Mass Effect 2. Liquidating people to keep this General Cross alive instead of building a Reaper. And funnily enough, the end boss fight looks like a monster version of a Reaper. Well done. The story is about, I don't know, some bullshit about General Cross being a bad guy and you gotta kill him because he's evil or something. He kills your mum nanny person and that's your inspiration to kick ass. Cool. You play as Walker. I chose female Walker because, why not? And she's a sarcastic, witty, smart-ass one-liner chick, so you know what you're in for.
Doc, I think I've got a big enough DNA sample for you.
She's also severely undercooked as a person to root for, whilst comparing again to Mass Effect, you gave a damn about Shepard, whereas Walker, you know nearly nothing about her except she was an orphan and your foster mum nan was killed at the beginning of the game. Cool. When you look around, it has a Mad Max look and feel about it, from the scenery to the aesthetics of the car, and that's definitely not a bad thing. Mad Max is an amazing source of inspiration and gives you plenty to work with and off from, but here lies the problem. There already was a Mad Max game a few years ago, and it's better. It doesn't have the smooth gunplay of id geniusness, but it definitely is an all-round better game, and more people should play it. And yes, it has a better rating on Metacritic too, so it isn't just me who thinks this. I mean, for God's sake, if you're going to rip off Mad Max, at least make sure the cars drive great. But they don't. They're so heavy and cumbersome. Turning is crap. You see yourself twisting the controller as you try to will your vehicle to turn more. And your vehicle looks like the Mako from Mass Effect. Just saying. Now the next part is honestly its biggest downfall. It's buggy as fuck. Now I played this on an Xbox One X, so I can't talk for the PC or PS4 guys. Maybe this game runs like a dream on those platforms, but from the Xbox One X perspective, Whoo boy, this is one of the buggiest AAA games I've played since a Bethesda game. Oh, right. I had to restart the Xbox about 10 times playing this mess because sometimes the sound would just cut out for no reason. Look. Now this happened 10 times and the only way to fix it was to restart the Xbox. Not restart the game, because if you tried that, then it would just freeze on the startup screen like this. How annoying. Now, onto the menus. I recently semi-moaned about Borderlands menus being quite slow, and they still are quite slow, but these menus, they just fucking lock up for no bloody reason. I genuinely thought it was my controller acting up, but nope. I tried 3 other controllers and it did it on those too. Why is it so difficult to make menus now? Surely that's the easiest part of making a game is the fucking pause menu. Especially again on a game that requires you to go into the menu quite a lot for various reasons like upgrading your weapon, character, checking the map, etc. Only for it to lock up or sometimes just crash. Come on, id, seriously? Has Bethesda got its glitchy paws on you? Or are you just trying to fit in with your glitch daddy company Bethesda now and releasing unfinished buggy games? Oh, and speaking of Bethesda, I'm just going to show you this and see if you can spot what's wrong with it.
Now I'm telling you, that's bad intel, Gulo.
Gimme just need a tiny gulp, Marsh.
No, you don't get true swill if you don't give true talk.
I speak the day's true, Marsh. Violence destroyed.
Yeah, right. Blown right to shit by mega bad tech mutants. I ain't biting, Gulo. You're just looking for a free fix of swill here.
Vineland is gone.
See? I was talking true.
Don't glug it all at once.
Yeah, the NPC was invisible. I thought originally he was talking on a walkie-talkie or phone or something, until I seen the floating bottle of hilarity. Man, what a mess. And yet, quite funny. Bethesda must have been equally proud and jealous of the sheer amount of glitches you fitted into this game. Maybe explains Fallout 76. Oh, snap. Here are some other special moments. Now after saying all of that, I can honestly forgive this if the game is any good, but it's not. And what annoys me most is how it was advertised. I was looking forward to this piece of shit. The trailer made it look like a crazy, wacky, fun ride, but instead it was a boring slog of a game to get through. Nowhere near worth the price to play this. It's strange, it had all the elements to be a great game. It had the wasteland vibe and crazy cars of Mad Max, the science-y fiction story of a sort of Mass Effect light, and the side missions of a Far Cry with the shooting mechanics of Doom. How could you go wrong? This is an FPS RPGer's wet dream. And yet, it went very wrong. So, in conclusion, I'm glad I didn't buy this shit at full price. I played this on Xbox Game Pass, and even that, I feel the space it took up on my hard drive and the sheer length it took to download this piece of shit was an insult to my poor Xbox and my broadband. I feel like it's contracted AIDS with this game, so my next game will definitely be a palate cleanser for sure. I can't give this game anything more than a 4 out of 10, and that 4 is mostly for the smoothness of the character, the shooting, running, it all looks and feels great, but the rest of the problems bog this game down. The trailer promised so much and yet delivered nearly nothing. Do yourself a favour and not infect your console or PC with this travesty. It's shit. But until next time, be good to each other and have a nice day. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't play this game because it's shit.